Team USA did not look good last night. And they won. They beat Australia in a squeaker. You worried?
Yeah.
You are?
Oh, I've been worried.
Okay, why?
But I already said on this very station, different day part, different audience.
It'd be weird if you said it on a different station.
They're not winning the gold medal.
I agree with you, by the way.
I mean,
but here's the thing. I'm not worried because I don't care.
I know you don't care. So I'm surprised that you even brought it up. And I'm also a little surprised that you even noticed because you don't care.
Well, it's
Are we going
not
to spend our time talking about things about which we don't care?
Hang on. Let me adjust.
Hang on.
Let me adjust. I don't care.
Okay.
Because that's a terrible phrase. I hate the whole phrase. Like, honestly, what a dismissive thing to say to people.
I don't care that you hate the phrase, but go ahead.
It's not my top priority for the Olympics that Team USA wins. I think that if you've been watching, there's two things here. I've already said 100 times in a row, my hope for the Olympics is that Steph Curry comes back healthy. That's number one, okay? But number two, if I'm really, and I don't know if you're, quote, an Olympic. Thank you. I don't know if you're, quote, an Olympics person or not. And I don't just mean you, Dibs, anybody listening. If you're into the Olympics, if that's something that floats your boat, then I would argue Team USA basketball is kind of not the thing. They're still, for me, even though it's now been 40 years, still for me, there is a very that's not the Olympics vibe to Team USA basketball. That's fine. I have no issue with it. I'm not saying, oh, we need to go back to where everything's amateur and all of this. You can never have won $1 before. No, that's not what I'm getting at. But the Olympics, if you're into sitting down and doing the Olympics, it's about storytelling. It's about learning about athletes that we've never seen before and this journey through waking up at 4 a.m. every day, and my parents drove me an hour and a half to an ice rink, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Olympics. I know these guys' stories. LeBron James and Steph Curry got it.
Well, the story
it just doesn't hit that muscle for me to take a bunch of the best players in the world and send them to France and play basketball against one another. It's like, that's fine. I watch these guys play basketball all year long.
Yes, but now it's a different collection, and I think that the story is not about who are you, but for Steph Curry in particular, it's about him achieving the one thing that he's been unable to achieve, which is an Olympic gold medal. And so that becomes his story, and KD's going for number 4, and all the rest of the individual stories. There's the controversy about Kawhi Leonard being sent home, and Jaylen Brown not being the replacement, but instead it's Derek White. So there are different stories. I'm just looking at the odds. The USA to win gold, minus 500.
That's a terrible bet.
Heavy favorites.
That's a terrible bet. Don't bet on that.
I agree with you.
Yeah, don't bet on that.
Canada is 11-1. France, who I think will win, the host country, 14-1. And then you get Serbia with the Joker and, a team that is very good. I just think that the way the U.S. is playing and, some of the problems with the roster, I don't know if they're going to win it. Yeah. I don't think they will. Yeah. And they haven't looked great.
Maybe, yeah. They barely beat Australia. But
I do think that the way it's set up now with the pros, it actually works now better than it used to because other countries have great teams as well.
Yeah, I have no problem with the pros being there. That's not my point. My point is it just doesn't hit the Olympic muscle for me. It feels like some sideshow. Like, okay, it's almost like the Ryder Cup. You know what I mean? Like we watch golf all year, and then at the end of the year, all right, now you go represent your country, and let's do the thing. It's like, okay, we'll do this for a few days, a few weeks, whatever. Let's watch them play. That's fun. I can get into it, but it's not the end-all, be-all. Like even when you just said, Kevin Durant's going for his 4th. Okay. If Kevin Durant walks out of his career with 3 gold medals or 4, whatever.
Make or break for the Hall of Fame right now.
It's like, whatever. And if this matters to Steph, I'm a Steph fan, so good. Good on you. I'll root for it. But like as a Warrior fan, that's not my priority for my Steph Curry viewing.
Yeah.
Like,
your priority is for him to just remain
Warrior
healthy.
basketball.
Right.
Yeah.
Remain healthy in the Olympics. Do you have an Olympic muscle? I mean, will you?
At times.
Is it something that you'll be excited about, or if it's on, you'll throw it on? Or?
Yeah, it's kind of like if it's on, I'll throw it on. Are there stories that I will get into? Sure. Am I a diehard Olympics fan? No.
Okay.
No, I never have been. I like the stories. Some years it works better than others. Some years it's on in the middle of the night. Sometimes they're replaying. Like in the age of the internet, the Olympics, I think, has been harder because sometimes we're watching something that happened 8 hours earlier and we all know because it's all over social media. Yeah, it doesn't feel like it used to. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel like when we were, I don't know, watching FloJo or something like, you know what I mean? It doesn't. Yeah, Carl Lewis, like it doesn't feel like that, but it's fine. Come home healthy.
Yeah, exactly. Come home healthy.
Yeah, if you lose to France and you get a silver medal, we're all going to be all right.
They took 4th at the World Cup, didn't even medal last time around.
And nobody even knows that. So
Steve Kerr knows it.
Okay. I would argue that most people, and this is kind of the way many, not all, Grandy, Lucas, and you, Dibs, you guys close your ears for a second. Lots of soccer fans in America.
God.
No, a lot of you are fake fans. Not you three, but a lot of people have decided because it's cool, they're all into soccer. But like when it doesn't go well, you get over it in 11 seconds. Like right now, what has happened with Team USA soccer in the last handful of years, if that happened in other countries that actually care, this would be the largest disaster in all of sports in the history of the country. And we'll act angry about it for like Tuesday and Wednesday. And then everybody, whatever.
Well, that's the casuals.
Yeah.
I do think that there are more hardcore soccer fans than what people think. And like the Greg Berhalter debacle, the fact that he has been fired again.
A lot of you see Grandy's clapping.
We're all
people
clapping.
But a lot of people driving around are like, I'm sorry, Greg who?
Right, exactly.
Like they don't even know. And so that's fine. I also think a lot of American soccer fans, it's not even all about Team USA.
It's because Team USA is an embarrassment.
Well,
the U.S. national program is an embarrassment. And the inability to really develop a youth program, going back to when I was a youth, which is half a century, it's still broken. And you had Berhalter as the coach, and you replaced him, and then you rehired him, and now you fired him again. 330 million people in this country, and we can't field an elite team. It is
correct.
It's infuriating.
Correct.
Our professional league is, I think an embarrassment is too strong, but our professional league is weak sauce. How about that?
Yeah.
With all the money we have and the city and the infrastructure, and then we try to host an event and we can't even control security.
It's not prioritized.
You've got thousands of people climbing over walls. And it's just an ongoing embarrassment. That's enough of the soccer talk.
Well, no, actually,
back to the Olympics.
I have one other soccer question. This is just as fast.
Yes, you're not allowed to use your hands unless you're the goalie.
No, I knew that.
Okay.
I knew that.
Sorry, that was
I did one time in AYSO ball as a kid. I picked up a ball that I thought it had gone out of bounds, but it had gone over the penalty box line.
Oh, boy.
And everyone was sitting there looking at each other. And we were all kids. Everyone's looking at each other like, I'm not sure what to do. Like everyone stopped playing. And I just walked over and I'm like, for God's sakes, let's move on. And I picked up the ball. The ref's like,
straight red?
Yep. No, like penalty kick.
Okay.
Penalty kick. My friend Karen, who was the goalie, she stopped it.
Solid. Big time, Karen.
Thanks, Karen.
Have
anyway,
back.
I have a question for the three of you because this is what I do see a lot in the American soccer fans who think they're all cool and go out on the weekends and do the thing in the fields and get hurt and all that stuff. You've all seemed to pick a European team. How do you go about making this selection? None of you live there. Most of you have never even been to the place that you like. Lucas,
super question.
Yeah, what's your silly team that you're all freaked out about every day that you've never actually seen play?
Well, I've never seen him play live.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Are you talking domestically in terms of clubs or national?
No. Like, who's your
Clubs. He's talking about Arsenal.
Yeah.
Okay, Arsenal. How did you select this team?
It's a long story, but growing up, my favorite player was Wesley Sneijder. He is Dutch. His Dutch national teammate was Robin van Persie. And
RVP.
RVP was a legend for Arsenal playing in the Premier League, and I needed to pick a Premier League team. Again, this was when I was younger.
I'm down with RVP.
And so I picked
you know
Arsenal.
me.
Okay.
That's how it works.
Grandy, who's your team?
Arsenal as well.
Oh, and how did you
I'm
find
more of a
them?
recent fan. In college, I got into soccer because a couple of my close friends were big soccer fans. They were Arsenal fans, so just by association, I became an Arsenal fan.
Okay, and Dibs?
Well, mine's a little bit more complex because I was married for a long time and I had yet to really pick a team.
Good Lord.
Hadn't picked a Premier League team, and my then wife was fans of Didier Drogba, of course, from
I love Didier Drogba.
Ivory Coast, Cote d'Ivoire, and he played for Chelsea. So she adopted Chelsea, and my son, who was about 8 at the time, also adopted Chelsea, and I kind of bandwagoned it as well.
Okay.
He left the team. I left the household, and so now I'm a little bit of an English Premier League free agent, and so I don't want to go with one of the big box teams. But it's funny because you have to associate, if you're not from there, you have to associate with a team that kind of suits you, and I found out that Chelsea is kind of the bourgeois team, if I'm not mistaken. It's like the Richie Rich team.
Okay.
That's not me. That's not who I want to be.
Totally you.
The city of Manchester has 2 teams. There's the bougie team, Manchester United, and then there's the citizens, Man City.
Man City, yes.
But you can't just become a Man City fan now because they're like the Yankees of the EPL. They win everything. So I'm kind of stuck.
All right. So I got essentially an answer there that is not a satisfying answer because...
No, the answer is, those of us in America, you usually associate with a team that has your favorite international player on it.
Okay.
That's how you pick.
But then, like you said, I'm a free agent, and I already, my shoulders went up again.
Right.
Because you don't, if you're truly, truly a fan of a team, you don't get to just switch. You're like, I turned 51 and I decided I'm not a Giants fan anymore. I'm going to take the Diamondbacks. And that's what I'm getting at.
Well,
I'm
you
not saying
do get to do that.
No, y'all can do whatever you want. But I'm just saying my fandom works this in a very traditional way. I was born in the Bay Area, and I like the Giants, Niners, and Warriors.
Right, but if you were to...
That's how it works.
It's kind of boring, though, isn't it?
If you got into soccer...
I'm not ever going to change. I do get into soccer, but I don't have a team.
Exactly.
I love watching soccer,
but
I don't have a team.
If you wanted to have a team, you would have to go about a certain process of how you pick a team. We're not talking about the local teams.
Where's
here.
Christian playing right now? Who's he play for?
Pulisic?
Yeah.
That's a good question. He
Who's
was
he play
on
for?
Chelsea. He's in Italy, right?
Who's he playing
He's
for?
in Italy. Do you know what team?
Probably is. He's not on AC Milan. He would have to be on a northern team. He's not on Roma. I'll go with Milan.
Which one?
AC Milan.
Correct.
Okay, look at that.
All right, there's my team. AC Milan.
There you go.
There you go. All right, I'm glad we got
Yunus
to this.
Musa as well on that team.
Okay.
What'd you just say to me?
Yunus Musa, another
All right,
American.
because I'm tight. Anyway.
Somewhere Christian Pulisic has just gotten injured, by the way. Back to you.